Kat, I'm looking for you. Everybody who's joined, I thank you and apologize for the swearing. This is why people give me scripts, and I can't view requests. I don't. Oh, there we go. Hey, okay. Hold on. Go live with Caterina. Boom. Have you? I just pressed the thing.
Oh,
Hey,
it's me. Hi. We did it.
bud.
Hi.
Very shiny. I put an oil on my face.
Now we're
in
like,
an attempt to hydrate.
Oh, hi. Where are you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
I'm in hotel quarantine in Perth, Western Australia.
Cool.
Drink
Cool.
it in.
What
Don't
time
be
is
jealous.
it? You look very hydrated.
I just slathered my pelt with oil.
I need to do that.
It's 10:09 in the morning here. Hi everybody. How are you doing? Look at the angel that is Caterina Scrosone. Oh, I love you so much.
Hello. Oh my gosh, it's such a civilized hour where you are. You've had coffee.
It's very civilized. I've had coffee.
Your lighting is great. I'm like in my basement right now.
Are you? Well, I look a little anemic, but that's okay. I have
think
the light
you've got a
coming in the window.
Victorian pallor.
Anemic, slightly repressed.
That's how I like to frame it when I'm looking anemic. Just looking particularly Victorian.
Oh, that's good, Victoria. Do you think they'll have to treat me for the hysteria soon then? Oh boy.
I mean, I might
mind
a hysteria treatment every now and then.
For real, you look gorgeous. Okay, so wait a second. I actually have questions. I'm slightly more.
I don't know why. I thought we were like going to be watching the episode live and commenting on the episode, and then they're like, "No, that's not happening." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" So now I realize we're just chit chatting, which is fine.
We're chit chatting. I'm going to answer. Well, we've got fan questions. There's
good.
Okay, here's one from Addison Anatomy, which is cool.
Cool.
What was the best part about working together again? You go first, Kat.
I mean, I feel like the risk that I was afraid of when I found out we were just chatting is that we will like forget that this is live in front of like many people.
Yeah, we'll start saying all our stuff. Yeah, I know, guys. You can't know too much, otherwise
we gotta keep a little air of mystery. I mean, the best part, obviously, I'll speak for me, but trailer time. We had so much fun just like off camera.
That's true. That's true.
Because we hadn't seen, it was very much art imitating life because we hadn't seen each other since before the pandemic.
That's true. We hadn't. And so it was always like, should we walk back to the set? Should we walk back to our trailers? So because also the quarantine, the protocols for COVID are so intense, rightly so, with masks and so social distancing. So we usually get rides back from stages on a golf cart by our lovely PAs, and all masked up and everything.
It can be fun.
That can be fun. But it's nice to walk and talk too when you have the time. So that was probably my favorite. That and trailer time.
Yeah, that's where the children are unsupervised. We're like, because generally when we're on the golf carts and on the stages, people are like secretly reporting on our location at all times. So that they don't lose.
That's what they do. They track us because otherwise they lose us, and we'll go off. We'll wander off the set, and then they have to like send people after us. It's a whole thing.
They're like, I got eyes on Kate.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, so that was probably the fun part. But also, our scenes were so well. Remember, let's talk about this for a second. We shot everything, all our stuff, in like 48 hours.
It was
2 days, 1.5 days or something. It was ridiculous. It was like, no, it was like, maybe it was 1.5.
And wasn't it like the first day of the episode or something?
Yeah.
So
we're just like, boom. Who was our brilliant director? Is it Michael? Was it
Michael Watkins?
Who was
Was it Michael?
I loved him.
He's great.
He's like, we're doing this. He's like, we're in it to win it.
He's my favorite eyes on Kate person because he doesn't like it when they do that, and so they have to like have like code words for him.
Oh really? Yeah. Because he feels like it's too militant. It's like, ooh. Okay. What has been your favorite storyline to date to film, either with each other or separately? That's from Hannah.
Oh, favorite storyline to date to film. I mean, well, what? Because we had a lot of our stuff on private practice.
So we did.
I
Yeah.
mean, I loved all our stuff. I lived with
I
you on
mean,
private practice.
I
We were in
know.
that sister house for most of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Most of
The
my
sister house. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah. I kept wanting to call it the woman house, lady house, but
the
sister house.
well, I
It's
mean,
so good.
Meredith's is the sister house on this show, but then that was kind of
Yeah.
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 And
That
what
was
was yours? I mean, obviously, I liked all of our when they play that has nothing to
well,
do with.
remember we were talking, I love the intervention scene on Private Practice. I love that one with Amy Morton. Remember Amy
Oh my
came
God.
in from, I love her son. That Amy, so Amy Morton, who plays, I think she's on Chicago Fire now, or was, or I
Oh
don't know.
wow. Cool.
But she's like an incredible Chicago stage actor. She won an Tony. I don't know if you heard about that, and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf with Tracy Letts a couple of years ago on Broadway. But she gave me in dubious honor of being the biggest flop in Chicago theater history.
Cool.
Drink it in. But I got my equity card because of her, because she couldn't do it. So I
Wow.
took it. I was like, I'll take it.
Oh
Cleaner right
wow.
here. But anyway, that was one of my favorites, was that intervention. That was awesome.
That was for
That
sure.
was,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it was so
how
much
was that for you?
I loved it. It was, I mean, it was terrifying. I remember when I first was reading the script and it had all of the, what do we want drugs? When do we want it now? Stuff where I was like screaming that over and over again in front of the entire cast. And I remember being like, I'm going to find a way. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
I randomly remember the clothes I was wearing. I remember I was wearing those plaid little capri pants.
Oh,
it was like super preppy with like loafers or something and
like
a ponytail.
like a pink mohair sweater. But it was
I
very
don't know. It's
soft.
just like, listen, guys, it felt like Tracy Flick, like trying to do an intervention or something. I was like, hey,
and I
don't
was
do
like
drugs.
a demon.
Yeah, you were a demon
Tracy
from hell.
Flick
You
and the
were really
demon.
good.
Thank you.
You were
That was
good.
really
You
fun.
were good.
That was really fun.
Okay, wait, here's another one. Kate, what do you miss most about playing Addison? Well, it was just this, like, friends, working with friends, dear friends. Great, the writing. This was like classic. What I loved about this episode, Kat, I don't know about you, but this I felt like the two episodes I did, one was classic Grey's in a certain way of like all the funny, all the pathos, all of the medical, all the personal, and giving fans like really wrapping up or tying together a lot of things, and just the nostalgia of being back, seeing you, seeing Meredith doing a dramatic surgery, doing seeing Derek's kids, all that. But then this episode, that was intense. That was so like, woo, like that was. I keep wanting to find better words, but I can't be more articulate than intense and very emotional. But
intense.
But what about
intense. Double plus.
Super plus, so many layers there. But what about this episode? I love because it was also classic Grey's in that a lot of talking,
yeah,
a lot of reveals in an intense period of time because we have medical happening.
Right. I liked our medical. I just watched and I thought we seemed very doctorly. You know, like sometimes you watch and you're like, oh, I just got by the skin of my teeth. But I thought that in this storyline, we seemed very, very much like surgeon women.
We are surgeon women.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt particularly what I felt like we were waiting for the slides, the brain scans. Like that's like, we were really like, look, we only got a finite amount of time. I want to know what's going on with you.
I felt that I delivered all that dialogue very quickly. When I watched it, I was like, in my mind, it was like a 12-minute scene, and then they got it down to like 45 seconds. But I thought it was, and then all of the like, I loved Addison talking about kind of the pandemic and like being in the pandemic and how that has impacted so many people's mental health and her mental health.
What did you think of that? Did that work? Do you feel like that worked?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was relatable. I think especially women are like, I mean, especially during the shutdown and when schools were closed, like,
I mean, with really kids, I don't know how. I have a friend who's in Sydney who just went through the 120-day lockdown with their 3 children at home, 3 kids under 10. Yeah. That's a special kind of torture, I think, and challenge in every way. Yeah. You take the infrastructure from people. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not right.
I think it revealed in a very hardcore way, I think, at least in America, like how little infrastructure we have to support women and families. And like
ding,
really,
ding, ding.
like people felt completely betrayed by, as a parent. Like, what do you do when there's no support and there's no childcare and there's no school and you've got to have Zoom for like multiple children? So that means you need multiple computers and also the know-how to like log in and do all of the different platforms. Like it was absolutely like a shit show of like,
I mean, I can't even imagine because just look how hard it is for me just to do an Instagram live. I still have trouble with Zoom
totally
and FaceTime. And if there were a different platform, I was just like,
oh my God,
the white lady rage that bubbles up in me of like every time I have to do something.
Well, and let alone people not having jobs and income and like where are people getting all
crazy.
It was hard. It's hard. So I'm really glad that Addison got to be like, yeah, I wasn't thriving.
No, and it was actually something that Krista Vernoff, who runs the show, that she had talked to me about because it was going to be a different storyline. And then she said, we're going to tweak it. We really want this to be Grey's. Like she was very conscious of that being a Grey's episode and not a private practice episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what's the delineation there? And but this, keeping it around this case specifically and revealing the personal and talking about the pandemic was, I know she said, was very important to have that have that dissected a little bit, examined. All right, hold on a second. Oh, someone's asking if I got to meet your cat Luna. And that's from Vivi. Vivi, first of all, Vivi, that's the cutest nickname ever. Is that short for Vivian? I don't know. Vivi, no, our cats have never met.
Our cats have not met.
But I admire Luna. I admire
Luna Moonbeam. I will say your years of cat videos like now has context for me that I couldn't possibly have understood.
Until you get a cat. You don't get it. You're like,
Luna is my first cat. I've never owned a cat. We had like cat allergies in the house when I was growing up. And so we never owned a cat. And I think I had like internalized all of the stereotypes about cats being aloof and like not really, they'll eat you if you die. Like all
I'm just saying, I cite this all the time. I'm not going to say what else I say, but the Egyptians, there's a reason why they had cats buried with them. All right. They're just like, bring in the cat. We're going to make a statue to the cat. Giant ones. I mean, whatever.
They're magical. Luna literally, she stares into my soul and then she like leaps from the ground. It's like Superman leaping and lands so quietly, like magic. It's just
we could have a whole Instagram live about cats. Let's be honest. In fact, why hasn't someone offered? I feel like I should have a multi-million-dollar cat franchise, tentpole movies. We should have a tentpole movie podcast, and I don't even know what else about cats. But
you should have your own cat food. But it smells like boyfriend.
Sorry. Boyfriend cat line. Think about it.
Oh my gosh, because isn't that the truth? Like, for how many people is their cat their new boyfriend after a big breakup? Cat boyfriend.
I guess I had a boyfriend since I was 5. My parents were like, peace out. We're going to Mexico. So now you know too much. Okay.
Sorry, I crossed the line.
People, if you could, hold on a second. I like this because I want to know what you have to say. If you could pick a character from private practice to join Grey's, who would it be? Julia asked this. Julia with a G. It's Guilia. Oh, so you're either Italian or an Argentine. I don't know. Hey,
Addie. Who? I think. Listen. I'm not gonna.
No, but who else? She's asking. Yeah, if we could pick.
If we could pick. Ooh, that's hard for us interpersonally because we're friends with all of them, so we can't actually. We'd have to isolate it to character.
We'd have to have a strong rotation. We'd have to have a strong rotation of Amy, Paul, and Tay.
Yeah,
and then Tim. But Tim, I feel like would be like, no, I'm on my.
And Katie comes with Paul,
like KD, of course. You can't have one without the other.
No, but maybe I still feel like we should have a rotation now. Like,
and Brian Benben.
Brian Benben. Del.
Oh my God, Chris Lowell.
Wait, did he didn't, did he died.
He died.
Oh my God, I remember that was like the beginning of which season? Season 4, we were in the cemetery.
Jake, what about Jake? Okay, so yeah, is that someone asked, are Jake and Addison still together? Bruna asked that. Yes, Bruna, we are. I had to ask that too. I was like, hold on, how old is my kid? And then, am I still with Jake? And
but we talked about it in tonight's episode. Tonight, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got very irritated with him during. I'll just give that little nugget away. I got irritated with him during the pandemic.
I couldn't believe how old Henry was. That really was shocking to my own life.
I know. We had to correct that in the script. One episode, they're like, he's 8, and I was like, no, I think he's actually like 13 or something.
A teenager, which we had him on private practice as a baby, and so that means
those babies were cute.
They were real cute.
Those babies were cute.
We lucked out with those babies.
Okay. Have we kept in touch? Yes, we've all kept in touch since Paging Grays asked, have we all kept in touch? We do. We actually see each other maybe more than I think most people that actually still continue to work together.
I see you guys,
but
more
we
than
definitely
my family in Canada.
We have a strong group text chain going.
We have a group text chain.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Greetings from Peru. These are ones from Twitter that I was looking at. And then let's just say, should we close it up here? I gotta go on another thing.
I don't even know what it is.
I could go forever.
So I just came to be with you.
I'm so
you tell me
thank you, because otherwise it would just be me. Lonely. I just need people to talk to. I'm in hotel quarantine.
And I need it to be live. I need someone to talk to, and I need an audience.
I mean, if you knew, before I had one room, and my office was the toilet. Literally, I'd put the laptop on the closed toilet, sit on the floor, and be like, "Hey, I'm here. Let's talk." It's called sexiness. Look it up.
I just MacGyvered this background. Look, I put a plant.
That's nice.
Made it a little more. I made it cuter.
It's either this or this. Yeah. There's a bent lampshade behind me.
That's good. But you look like you're working because you're in a hotel.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a lot of documents to send. I'm faxing a lot. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up. And I guess, what's the last question? Maybe this one. Because this is current from Chromatica Rose. Chromatica Rose, get in this house. What was your favorite memory shooting the new Addison Amelia scenes? Like, do you have a getting through them?
That we knew all
in a day? We knew all the words. Well, I will say this, because I was like, we have to do. Remember, we were both like, let's just keep jamming the lines, because we had so much to say.
Day before, didn't we?
And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I remember saying to Michael and the crew, I'm just begging for your patience. And remember, I did ask if we could get all of that one big scene before lunch, I think. I remember. Can we just get all of that? Because if we have to split it out, one of the big talking scenes, I don't know which one, but yeah.
The big one in front of the monitor, waiting for the MRI. Yes. We both had an enormous amount of dialogue. Yeah. But that was so fun. That was really fun. That was fun acting. Really fun.
You were good. It was really fun to watch you. You went to it was like fun. I was like your whole body. You were just like in it to win it. It was so good.
I love
acting. It's not good.
Well, and I think that's one thing. I think when you're working with somebody that you like deeply trust, you can play so much more easily. Like, you're just so able to be vulnerable and open up to whatever is kind of flowing through, and so that's really nice when you get to work with your like super close friends.
Same. Because if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't be able to get through that. Like, and if I didn't have, like, some people don't like to run lines, so then you're like going up to somebody who's like, holding the boom. You're like, will you run lines with me? because it's just the repetition that, and so I was very grateful. All right, we got to end this. We got to wrap this up. I love you, Kat. Thank you for everyone for joining. I love you. I'll see you soon. I feel like I'm going to see you soon. Let's see.
I'll see you soon. Yeah.
Okay.
You just got to fly over the ocean.